He's gonna give them a clean slate, all right, and set them up, man. That would be unrighteous, man. All right, the Most High is the power of judgment, man. The scripture is saying by him actions are weighed. And what are the actions that have gone on throughout the earth? All right, let me get that in the book of Sirach and also Ecclesiastes. This book of Ecclesiastes 8 and 8 and 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Remember the unfortunate widow, man, kept bothering him, man, to the point where he said, you know what, you wearing me, man, you know, that he finally did it because the Most High is long suffering, right? Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. You know, this wicked and proud generation, they've had it all good. But now, judgment is being passed out, man. All right, the death angel, spirits of vengeance. You know, because that disease is a spirit. You know, that disease is a spirit. And the Most High is taking them all out, man. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, all right, you Edomites, so-called white people, right? And his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which feareth before him. All right, and America does not fear the Heavenly Father, man, because they were not showing their love for him by being obedient. All right, only the elect are being obedient, man. All right? Let me get that book of Sirach. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit. So unrighteous dealings was what? Was theft, covetousness, all right, lies, rape, robbery, and murder, all right, slavery, all right? Because ultimately slavery is not unrighteous, but gaining from someone's labors, all right, not paying them is unrighteous dealings, man. All right, as the scriptures say, man, he that stealeth a man and selleth him, this book, Exodus 21:16, he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he should surely be put to death. All right, so he that stealeth a man and selleth him, all right, he should be put to death, man, in other words, man. You know, just to shorten it, cut. So let's go back to the book of Sirach. It says, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit. Riches gotten by deceit, man. Signing treaties, I'm breaking them after, right? The kingdom is translated from one people to another, man. You're seeing the end of a kingdom right now, man. All right, you're seeing the end of the so-called Caucasian, all right, Roman Empire, man. All right, in the way of America, all right, Great Britain, France, Germany, all right, Canada is another extension of the Roman Empire, right? And then at the end, man, go second. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, and when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that falleth, man? End of the first, man. This kingdom. And the next kingdom to come, because the scriptures say in the book of Ecclesiastes that the earth abides forever and there's no end of the nations. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, man. Esau is a so-called white man. He's gonna, at the end, man, he's at his end rule, man. All right, his last dance. All right, you know he gonna go down that easy, right? All right, he gonna take a lot of y'all with him. All right. He literally, man, that's how he is. He gonna take a lot of people with him. You know, cause he, you know, he's been so corrupted. All right, that he'd even destroy his own people. All right, to stay in rulership. That's why you see the coronavirus, 9/11. 9/11 was a setup, man. It was all set up by the elites. All right, they lost how many, thousands of people in 9/11. All right, which you know was all a setup. All right, they don't care. All right, anything at any means, man. Ruling at any means. All right, absolute power corrupts absolutely, man. All right. It says, and he answered, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, which is what? You got to go to the seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. All right, seek ye the all past, because declaring the end from the beginning, man, the book of Genesis, because Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are all in the book of Genesis, right? How many people you know read the book of Genesis and understand it, man? All right, Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed are those who read it, man. To read, which means to comprehend, man. To be able to differentiate, all right, have understanding, discernment, all right. What's another word for prejudice? All right, having that spiritual judgment. It says, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? So who's up next, man? The nation of Israel. The elect. Here it is. This is President Donald Trump declares Sunday a national day of prayer. Turn toward prayer in an act of faith. Now you're gonna want to turn to prayer in an act of faith after you've done stolen, you done committed all types of atrocities throughout the whole world. That's totally a slap in the face. All right, you're slapping the face of the Heavenly Father, slapping the Most High's face, man. All right? Yo, that's pathetic, man. Okay? It says, late Friday after declaring a national emergency over the COVID-19 pandemic, President Donald Trump declares Sunday a national day of prayer. What a joker, man. This guy's, he's such a liar, all right? A devil. That he's all of a sudden going to declare Sunday a national day of prayer. What a damn joker, man. Donald Trump, Donald Trump's going straight into slavery, man. Okay? It says the president also tweeted, no matter where you may be, I encourage you to turn towards prayer in an act of faith. Together we will easily prevail. All right, you notice how he said prayer. All right, he didn't say a God. Because America is based on pantheism, man. The worship of many gods. You got Christmas, which goes back to Nimrod. All right, you got Catholicism, which goes back to Semiramis, and Queen of Heaven worship. You know, you got Halloween, which is the worship of demons and warlocks. You know, you got all types of wicked, paganistic celebrations that America celebrates. So when he says prayer, he's going into every religion that's in America, man. All right, from Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Catholics, Baptists, Presbyterian, right? All y'all gotta pray to your gods. Which reminds me of what? Antiochus, man. All right, Antiochus. It says, early on Friday, official with the Southern Baptist Convention had also called for a day of prayer to be held this Sunday, asking everyone to pray for the coronavirus global pandemic. All right, what's Isaiah 13, man? The indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. All right, and his fear upon all their armies, man. And you're gonna hear about military